If you're calling pre-foreclosure owners and they're hanging up on you in the first 30 seconds, they're telling you, we got a handle, and you don't know what to say next, or you're setting appointments, but they keep flaking on you, I'm about to show you the exact 4-step script I use to get foreclosure owners to say yes, set same-day appointments, and actually show up. My name is John Barbera. I have closed over $10 million in foreclosure deals using this same exact framework. Here's what we're going to actually cover. Step 1 is going to be your intro, how to create curiosity so they don't hang up. Step 2, connection, how to build trust in under 2 minutes. Step 3, motivation, how to get them to face reality. Step 4, the appointment, how to set it with urgency so they don't ghost you. Now let's jump in. Step 1 is your intro. And this is where 90% of wholesalers lose the deal before it even starts. I get people tell me all the time, John, I submitted my offer or I brought out the contract and it all went to crap. I promise you, it went to crap way earlier than that. The offer was just the point for them to tell you no. But here's where it all starts. Here's what most people do wrong. They call a foreclosure seller and they say something like, hey, how are you doing today? I saw your property is in foreclosure and I'm wondering if you'd be interested in selling. That sounds like a telemarketer. That sounds like a salesperson, and the homeowner guards go up immediately. Here's what I do instead. Acknowledge the foreclosure directly. Yes, I know a lot of you guys are, God forbid you bring up the foreclosure, you're going to scare them off. I bring it up right away. And I position myself as someone who's there to help, not to sell. So here's the exact script that's been working for us for so long. Hey, Steve, this is John. Quick question. Has anyone from the county reached out yet to see if there's a way to help you stop the foreclosure on Main Street before the auction, December 2nd? That's it. Notice what I didn't do. I didn't ask, how are they doing? I didn't wait for small talk. I didn't apologize for calling. My goodness, I'm so sorry to bother you. I'm so sorry to be calling. Stop it. I go straight to the point. Acknowledge the situation and position myself as the authority. Now, that intro creates curiosity and keeps them on the phone. But here's the thing. If you jump straight into talking about the house, you're going to lose them. That's why step 2 is so critical. If you're enjoying this training, can you please just subscribe and give me a thumbs up? It helps me out a ton. Step 2 is connection. And this is the step most wholesalers skip because they think it's a waste of time. Big mistake. Here's what you need to understand. Connection questions have nothing to do with the house. They have everything to do with the human. Every other wholesaler out there is calling and saying, tell me about your property, what's wrong with it, how many beds and baths, like that matters. And all they're doing is they're immediately getting the seller to get defensive. And because of that, they're putting their guard up. Pretty much you're just looking for defects so you can lowball them. At least that's their perspective. Because why else would you be asking about the condition of the home? Honestly, who cares? The conditions, the beds, the bath, the square footage. Who cares? I can find all that out either online or once I go see the house. I do the complete opposite. I connect with them first. Here's my go-to connection question. You're going to want to write it down, come back and listen to the cadence, listen to the tonality, listen to how I deliver the question, okay? In order to help you best, do you mind sharing what happened that caused you to fall behind? Notice the framing. In order to help you best. I'm establishing that I'm here to help, and I need them to answer my questions. So whenever they say something like, well, why does this matter, right? Any of you guys that have done any type of foreclosure marketing, you've gotten that question. What do you care? Why does that matter? I'm setting that right now. Remember, I'm trying to help you. And because I'm trying to help you, I need this answer, right? In order to help you best. That's why we kick it off with that question, okay? And then I shut up and I let them talk. Most of the time, it's 1 to 2 things that are causing the problem. It's either going to be health issues or a job loss. And whatever they tell me, I go deeper. If they say, I had some health issues, my response always starts with empathy, no matter what they say, right? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. What happened? Are you okay now? How long have you been sick? How long has this been happening? I dig deeper because when I dig deeper, not because I'm nosy, but because the more they talk, the more they trust me. Now, at this point, they're opening up to you. They're giving you full answers. They feel heard. That's the only time you can move on to step 3, where you help them face reality. But if they're still giving you these short ass answers, yes, no, I don't know, what do you care? Then you haven't connected with them yet. Here's how we do step 3. Step 3 is motivation. And this is where you separate the tire kickers from the real sellers. Here's the problem. Most people in foreclosure are in denial. They think, I'll figure it out. I've got time. Something will come through. Your job is to bring the future to today. Here's my favorite transition question. Have you thought about what's going to happen come the auction date of December 2nd? Or if you really want to hit them with reality, I'll say, do you have any plans for where you're going to go when the auction actually happens? Because up until now, any of you guys that have dealt with foreclosures, you know what are the sellers telling you? There's going to be some miracle, right? And if you did step 2 right and you connected with them, they're not going to get defensive. They're going to give you a real answer. And that's when you know that they need to sell or they just want to sell. There's a big difference between those. Because here's the thing, if they just want to sell, they're shopping. They're going to take your offer, 3 other ones, and compare which one they think is best. And it's going to completely waste your time. And we have lost deals because of a $200 difference. So can somebody pay more than you? Most of the time, they don't have to pay thousands of dollars more than you. All right. So in order to prevent that from happening, we want people that need to sell. That's when you move to step 4. And this is where you either lock it in or you lose it. Now, let me show you. Step 4 is setting the appointment. And this is where most people go soft. They say something like, so, when would be a good time for me to stop by? Are you available this week? No, you don't ask. You tell. When you ask, they feel like they have a choice or it's not terribly urgent. Here's what I say instead. We've already established connection, right? They know, like, trust me. I know what their motivation is. Look, I have some time this afternoon. I'll swing by so I can go over everything and put a real plan in place to make sure this does not happen. Now, here's the biggest thing to take away. I'm not asking for permission, guys. I'm telling them when I'm coming, I'm framing it as urgent. And here's the key. You want to set the appointment within the next 24 hours, not next week, not when it's convenient for them. A lot of you guys, man, you confuse helping with letting them do whatever they want. That's not helping. If you know somebody's having massive issues, you're not going to let them just do whatever they want, right? They need help. You got to help them even if, they don't know it yet. Because if you wait, someone else is going to come in behind you and lock them up. And one more thing, when you set that appointment, you better show up with contracts in hand. Because if you're not ready to close, you're wasting everybody's time. This is one of the biggest mistakes most wholesalers make. They finally set the appointment. They finally get the person. They show up. They build great connection at the appointment. They see that this person needs to sell. The person's ready to go. They're like, yeah, you're right, John. Man, if I could just sell, this is going to be tremendous. It's going to help me, all that. Awesome. What do we do? Yeah, well, let me get back to my office and I'll email you the contract. Do you have email? You lost it. Everything you worked so hard to build, you lost it in the last few minutes. Why? Because you didn't have a simple purchase and sell agreement. Now, we have a stack of contracts. After doing this for years, you know exactly what your title company is going to need. So we have a stack of contracts. We move quickly through to title process and all this. That being said, If you don't know, just a simple purchase and sale agreement is enough. That's it. And you show up to close because you don't want to build all that rapport, all that credibility, all that help and blow it literally in the last minute. All right. So now let's do a quick recap of the whole process. And remember, this is a 4-step framework. Okay. So step 1 is the intro. You want to create curiosity, acknowledge the foreclosure, and position yourself as the authority. Step 2, connection. You want to build trust by asking about what happened, not about the house. Step 3 is motivation. Bring the future to today. Help them face reality. And step 4 is set the appointment. Don't ask, tell them when you're coming. Create urgency. When you follow these 4 steps in order, sellers stop shutting down. They stop giving you the "we're good" answer, or they stop hiding the truth. They open up more, they trust you, and they say yes. This is exactly how my students and I consistently set appointments within 24 hours of hopping on the phone with somebody. And listen, this 4-step script is just one small part of the whole prime wholesaling method. Inside the Prime Wealth Academy, I teach you the full process, how to talk to sellers, how to run appointments, how to present offer, how to close these foreclosure deals consistently, even when sellers swear they're fine. If you're serious about closing bigger, more profitable deals this year without wasting months guessing what to say, book a free strategy call with me. It's free. pwmcall.com. We'll look at your business, break down what's holding you back, and I'll show you exactly how the Prime system can help you start locking up deals right away. You can finish this year strong and still close 6 figures before the end of the year, because this is by far one of the best times to be in real estate. The end of the year is when everybody checks out.